Welcome to Miller's Monsters. I'm Mr. Beelzebub. This here, hello, is Count Luna. Behind me is Edgar P. the Scully, and I just finished watching the first 2 episodes of The Last of Us, and let me tell you, to quote a famous wrestler, oh, what a rush. Oh my goodness, this is a fantastic first 2 episodes to start off a series. But first, before we get into it, ring the bell, hit subscribe, set yourself up for notifications so you don't miss another fungus-filled episode, and share with your friends. Okay, so The Last of Us stars Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey, and they I think they were on different seasons. They both worked on Game of Thrones, and you also seen Pedro in The Mandalorian. And they have pretty good chemistry together in this series. And as I talk about this series, I will try and be as spoiler-free as possible. There may be minor spoilers ahead, but I'm going to leave out as much detail as I can because I know people like to wait for all the episodes to come out and stream it all in one sitting. And let me tell you, I might have wanted to do that with this one. And because I watched these first 2 episodes and I was just sitting there when I was done like, man, I want the next episode. And I haven't done that with a series in a while, and I was kind of disappointed I couldn't watch anymore yesterday when I watched it. But anyways, getting back to Bella and Pedro, I think they worked very well together. He plays a bitter man. He's had some hardships getting up to the point where they are, and he's kind of beat down by life, and he's a smuggler to try and make ends meet in the apocalyptic world. And she's just a smart mouth little girl, little teenager. Man, she talks worse than any sailor I've heard. And I don't know, she may be the only one that swore on the series, I don't remember, but yeah, she's a little abrasive at first, but their chemistry works well. She's a little sassy girl, but she also has the key to maybe cheering the apocalypse. And Pedro plays Joel, and Bella plays Ellie in this. And when we first start in the episode, how things going, they haven't met yet. They've met 40 years down the road. But we first, meet Joel and his family. He lives with his daughter, and his brother helps him in his construction business. They go to bed one night, everything's fine. Almost fine, but Joel gets a call from Tommy to go pick him up from the police station. And he got in a fight, got thrown in jail. No big deal, neither here nor there. They're just going to bed, having a semi-normal night, and she went to bed. And you wake up the next morning, and the world has gone to pot. This pandemic has broken loose. And what it is, something's moving over there. Wonder if it's a ghost. If it's a ghost, come on down. The pandemic has broken loose, and this is not a virus pandemic like we've had to deal with. This is a fungus pandemic. And the fungus in question is, the technical name I don't have, but it's a zombie fungus. And these funguses are able to control the body, okay, and they grow through the body and control the brain. And then the person is a shell of themselves. The fungus controls their movements and feeds off the body until there's nothing left on the body to sustain it anymore. But the sole purpose of these fungi-infected people is to spread the virus, and they've done a really good job of spreading the virus. So after a tense first 15 minutes of this series, where Joel, his daughter, and Tommy are trying to escape town, and of course the town's gone crazy. Everybody's aware of the virus breaking loose, and there's mayhem in the street, and the mushroom heads, that I'll call them right now, are attacking people. They need the blood. They're bloodthirsty. They need the blood, the liquid, to survive. And the way they spread the virus is oh so creepy. almost cringeworthy at times. And yeah, definitely not going to describe that. You have to watch the series to see it. But it was really a tense first 15 minutes as they're trying to escape this town. And everywhere they go, they're running into obstacles. And finally, you know, they think they're going to make it, and a plane crashes, tips over their vehicle, and you know, they're about to make it, and then they're stopped by the military. And that's all I'll say about that. Then we flash forward to 20 years later, and martial law is in effect in the town. And so, you know, pretty much the military is running the show. They have curfew. You know, I think it's like 6 p.m. until 6 a.m. You know, you're hung if you break any rules. Pretty much it's a military trial, and if you're in violation, pretty much you're out there getting hung. You have people lined up, you know, to be hung for escaping quarantine or leaving the quarantine area. And of course, everything's, you know, they've built walls and barricaded into a certain area. And so this has been going on for a while. And then we have Joel and his partner that have been smuggling drugs in, among other things, to make extra money. You know, and if a new person comes into the quarantine zone, if they test positive, so they've developed a test for this, and excuse me, swallowed my lipstick. And if they test positive, they're pretty quickly put to death. And you know, that's what Joel's been doing, is just been throwing bodies on the burn pile, whatever jobs he can get, plus the smuggling. And he and Tommy have been separated, and Tommy's out wandering the open country and hasn't contacted Joel in a while. So they're trying to figure out a way to locate a truck and get out to find Joel. Of course, when you have military law, you know, there is a resistance that builds up, and there is a resistance forming in this town in the form of small groups, and they do the best they can. And it's this resistance that has come across Ellie, played by Bella Ramsey, and she seems to hold the key to this infection, where she might be able to, her blood, or it will be able to help produce a vaccine or a cure for this. So that's how Joel and Bella and Ellie meet when they're trying to get a battery back that for a truck they needed, and the resistance was buying the same battery, and they meet. And consequently, Joel and his partner are put in charge of this child just to get her to the courthouse. And pretty much then it's a trek into the outside world, outside the quarantine walls, to get Ellie to the courthouse. And you know, they're met by many surprises along the way once they get outside of quarantine. And I'm going to stop it right there. I don't want to spoil it, because it's just my head is exploding with what I want to say, and I can't say it because I don't want to spoil it for you. It's that good. It has a 9.3 rating on IMDb. You know, if you go by that stuff, I don't. I go by my own site test, and I loved it. And I think you'll love it too if you like zombies. The fungus zombie is an interesting one, and the special effects in this are great, because we get a few different mushroom heads in this, runners, clickers, a couple other ones I can't remember the name, but I'm going to do that in the short next week. I'll go through all 4 of them for you, and it is just fantastic. And I was on the edge of my seat, and even in the first episode, it almost, you know, there's scenes there that almost brought this old devil to a tear in his eye. It was really effectively acted, and they built that tension really well. You know, I can, both Joel and Ellie, Joel and Ellie, that is their character names. I could see them mellowing out as they get to know each other through here, and have a better relationship as time goes on. But man, I'm stoked, and I can't wait for a third episode to come out. And again, it's based a little bit on true to life. There really is zombie fungus. I'm sure if you looked into it from this, and what it does is it enters insects as spores and grows inside the body and takes over the body. And I'm going to say this so the editor can. I'm going to send him a few pictures to show. But if you don't want to see the pictures of the insects infected by the zombie fungus, go ahead and close your eyes, and I'm gonna count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, you can open your eyes just in time for the end of the episode. But nature's a freaky thing, man, and there's real horrors out there. Don't worry, the zombie fungus has not infected humans. In fact, the one fungus they name in there specifically is used in medicinal purposes in China and that. So, it does have some health benefits for humans. And of course, there are a few funguses that could be harmful to humans, black mold being one of them. So, if that's not a downer to end on, I don't know what is. And, I'm king of the downers. So, ring that bell, hit the subscribe, hit the like button, set yourself for notifications so you don't miss another depressing fungus zombie episode, and tell your friends. And I will talk to you later.